my literary luminaries, and welcome back to another Top 5 Thursday. This one took some doing for me. This week's Top 5 Thursday topic is the top 5 books that took you the longest to finish. Now, the first two came very easily. Not so much the next three. So, we'll start out with the easy ones, we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is the first one that came to mind. It is always sort of the first one that comes to mind when this topic comes up. That's The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. I got The Golden Compass as a Christmas present from my great aunt. Oh, in like 1999 or something like that. And I started reading it and stopped about 3 or 4 times. And I don't think I actually read it to completion until either 2008 or 2009. It literally took me almost a decade to finally finish the book. I liked it a lot more once I finally finished it and I actually read the rest of the series, but you see why that's the one that sticks in my mind. I think I still have my copy. I don't know. It's a short answer. I may have actually gotten rid of it. I should have held on to that. Oh well. C'est la vie. Number 2. Number 2 is another one that comes up because it has a similar story, just over less time. Fellowship of the Ring. Tolkien. I got to, Weathertop several times and then gave up. And at one point got to the Council of Elrond and gave up. And I kept, just dismissing the book, and I don't understand why my parents like this book. I don't understand why people think it's good. This is a stupid book, and I hate it. And then I finally finished it in the car on the way to go see the first movie. I literally finished it in the car with a flashlight. I was bound and determined. Number 3. Number 3, this is where I started to sort of look for it. Number 3 didn't occur to me at first, but when I first started reading Earthrise by m.c.a. Hogarth, yes, m.c.a. Hogarth, I started reading it as a serial online, and I read the first chapter or 2, and was like, yeah, okay, that's fine, and then stopped. And I don't think I ever picked it back up until I got my hard copy from the Kickstarter. I don't know why, but it didn't grab me the first time I tried, because I thought I hadn't read any of it. And then when I picked up my copy and was like, I should finally read this book, and I opened it up, I was like, I remember this chapter. I've read this before. It took me so long. It was so weird. And now, of course, we see how dedicated I am to her writing. But relatedly, number 4. Number 4 is actually the first book of m.c.a. Hogarth's I ever read, which is A Rosary of Stones and Thorns. Stones and Thorns. This was another one that I got through a Kickstarter, started reading, and then got distracted, forgot about it, something, and it was left on my Kindle, on my Nook, for ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And probably around when the Earthrise Kickstarter happened, I was like, I should read that book of hers I got from the last Kickstarter. That was in January of 2013, actually, because I read it at my first grad school residency. Random things I remember. But, yeah, I don't know. It took me a bit to really get hooked into her writing, but now you all wish I'd stopped talking about her now, don't you? And finally, number 5. The last one, it could have been either of the books of the series I've read so far, but this one I think took me longer. That's Clash of Kings, book 2 of A Song of Ice and Fire. It took me a while to read A Game of Thrones in the first place. And then I started Clash of Kings, right after I finished Game of Thrones, and was like, oh god, I need a break from this world, from this writing, I need to stop. And it got set aside for months. And then finally I plodded my way through the rest of the book. I read those books very slowly anyway. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know if it's content or writing or what it is, but it takes me forever to read them. I love the books. I'm really enjoying them. Someday I may start book 3. But God, it's an investment of my brain. But those are my top 5 books that took me the longest to finish. I would love to hear what yours are. Let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter at @KRyanFrey. As always, I love to hear from you. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It is very much appreciated and very much helpful. And hey, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, why not subscribe? YouTube will very kindly notify you anytime that I put up a new video, which should be every Tuesday and Thursday. But until next time, I will bid you all adieu, and I will see you all on Tuesday for another Tuesday Talks. Bye! I almost got my voice to stay normal through that one. Of course, the vacuum started, so... The life of a YouTuber.